The best thing about the culture at the St. Louis Area Food Bank is our simple mantra that is people first. We put people at the center of each and every one of our decisions. Every decision that we make is people-centric, and that is what powers the culture at the St. Louis Area Food Bank.
I have never really experienced a culture this authentic and intentional. People are compassionate, they're empathetic, they're respectful. And it is such a remarkable thing, and I'm so grateful that we've been able to cultivate that kind of culture.
We're a family-oriented company. We feel that business is important, but your family is also important.
The best thing about our culture is honestly the responsible freedom that we have within the organization.
The organization's ability to evolve, to focus and to act on those things that matter most.
We look at the way that the things are done on a day-to-day in the normal senior living community and say, boy, that's boring. How can we do it a little bit different?
We are family-oriented and growth-focused. We have a great gratitude towards our associates, and we invest in them, and we make sure that we take care of them so that they can take care of our customers.
Well, I've been fortunate to have several really good mentors, but one that's most impactful was a woman by the name of Jan Teresi Mokwa. And she taught me 3 critical things. 1, clarity of purpose, 2, consistency, and 3, compassion.
I think to be a true mentor, they teach you things that you can't learn in school, and for me, that was my grandfather. At the end of the 8th grade, he had to go to work in the coal mines, and he taught himself, and he worked hard, and he rose to be in management of the coal company.
I would choose my older brother, but as we were growing up, he was a collegiate swimmer, and I would watch him, swim in practice and then stick around afterwards and swim more laps than everyone else.
My father, he had a much smaller business than I have, and he taught me essentially that don't get too upset about any one thing and treat everyone fairly. Have a sense of humor.
Over the years, my greatest mentors have been my staff. They have encouraged me so much to be patient.
One of my favorite things about all of them is that they have an amazing sense of humor. Ultimately, they have taught me to try to be every day somebody that everybody else would like to follow.
I maximize my time with a demanding schedule by prioritizing. I start each morning with a list of tasks. I prioritize those tasks, and then I allot an amount of time for each task.
What I've learned, particularly in the last 3 years, is you also have to take care of yourself. Because we're constantly learning how to manage priorities.
Not being afraid to ask for help. That's a lost art with a lot of people, especially in leadership positions. They feel like, I'm the leader, I have to do everything myself.
Blocking out time on my calendar every day, very strategically. I make sure, for example, if there are meetings that need to occur with my teams that require a lot of decision making, I will schedule those for earlier in the day before decision fatigue has had an opportunity to sneak up on them.
Life is about choices, and when I'm trying to manage my demanding schedule, I have to remember that a lot of those choices are mine to make.
I do it by prioritizing. And then, because I don't believe I do it that well, I depend on staff. So I'll appoint some people to help me out, and it's worked.
By really trusting others to do their job and taking a very careful approach to only committing myself to causes that I'm truly passionate about.
Having an autonomous team and making sure that they have the authority to do what they need to do.
Any leader always has to continue to grow. You have to be humble to recognize that you don't know everything. You'll probably never know everything. You need to constantly be learning.
As a Titan, I will continue to grow by further leveraging my passion and vision for arch design and our industry, as well as evolving my leadership style to meet the continual evolving needs of my team.
I realize that for my team and the success of my team, I need to be a better coach than I am a player.
By setting short-term and long-term goals, I will also reevaluate my previous term, not only looking for my strengths, but I will look for my weaknesses. I will then map out a plan on how I can close the gap.
Growth for me is really important. It's important that I continue to read, listen, engage. I find that I learn best when I get to hear about other people's experiences.
I'm actually the limiting factor in the company. It's the time and energy I can put in watching other individuals' careers grow that I'm confident will grow my business and in doing so, we'll grow others' careers.
I will continue to be a forever learner. I read, I research, I mentor, and most importantly these days, I collaborate and I learn from generations that are not my own.